Welcome all. I would like to discuss today the guide of R.K. Narayan, which is prescribed for degree part 3 English honors students. Friends, let us have a little about the context of this novel, which comes to the newly added genre of Indo-English fiction. You would like to know that genre of English fiction was popularized by the big four Indian writers writing in English. They are Mulk Raj Anand, Raja Rao, R.K. Narayan and Bhavani Bhattacharya. The group of these four came out with wonderful novels that later on were accepted as masterpieces of literary art. It would be imperative that we should know a little about the story of this novel, The Guide. You know, Raju, the protagonist and occasional narrator of N.K. Narayan's The Guide, is a character whose entire life is built upon the scenes of hypocrisy and dissimulation. His multiple careers include his work as a tourist guide in his hometown of Malgudi, southern part of India, his career as a dance manager for Roji, the seductive dancer he begins an affair with when she comes to Malgudi with her husband Marco, and his final reincarnation as a holy man in a small village in southern India. All his acts are premised on deceptions and lies. The novel dramatizes the ways in which Raju's propensity for deceit leads him into trouble. Ultimately, Narayan suggests that Raju's deceptions not only lead to his complete corruption but also to the destruction of everything he achieves during his prime times. The various roles that Raju invents for himself as a tourist guide, a dance manager, and a holy man, respectively, all depend upon his spinning of fabricated stories and illusions. In recounting to Velan, the villager to whom Raju tells his life story of his past life as a tourist guide in Malgudi, he emphasizes that he felt no qualms or shame about spinning tales on a regular basis. Raju tells Velan that his lectures to the visitors about the sites depended largely on the mood he was in on the day he escorted them. He ascribes different ages and stories to the same site. It depends upon his mood or his humor. He exaggerates the singularity of some of the sites, contending that a particular spot in town is the greatest, the highest, the only one in the world. He presents unnecessarily false pictures. He does not hesitate to adjust his stories and facts according to his customers, observing their moods and likes and dislikes. His dissimulation and consistent misinformation hits the targets in such a way that his reputation grows and grows, making him a leading tourist of the area. The tourists coming to Malgudi remain unaware of his deceptions and seek him out in droves, asking for him by his nickname Railway Raju. Raju's tendency towards deceit and disguise persists, when he takes on the role of promoting Rosie's classical dance career in his capacity as her manager. He makes over his appearance, dressing soberly for the part of classical dancer, manager, and sporting rimless glasses, all to play more convincingly the new part that he has assumed. Much of his work as a manager consists of creating an illusion of his importance. Raju takes his position in a particular spot at each of Rosie's performances, and he inquires every detail about the preparations for each show with a view to showing his importance and extraordinary managerial skill. He speaks, acts, and moves as if he is an immensely important man and even begins to believe in this illusion himself. He takes full credit for Rosie's immense success. It is only later, in retrospect, that he realizes that Rosie was responsible for her own success because she was a brilliant dancer with extraordinary talent. After being released from prison for forging Rosie's signature, Raju reinvents himself once more, this time as a spiritual guide on a river bank in a small village. When he finds that the villagers' misguided faith in his spiritual powers means that he is well nourished by the offerings they bring him without having to work much. He embraces this new role enthusiastically, again dissimulating his true identity. He changes his appearance accordingly by growing his beard and long hair and becomes a holy man. He intentionally keeps his past a secret from the villagers. He profusely uses mystifying statements to the innocent people who gather around him every day. In this way, he manages to project an aura of wisdom and sainthood around him that has no basis in reality. Raju's dissimulation and hypocrisy is not only limited to his work only. This tendency becomes a part and parcel of his social and personal behavior as well. His hypocrisy is apparent when he escorts Marco, the scholar of ancient civilizations, to Malgudi to study cave paintings. Marco comes to the place with his beautiful wife Rosie. On the one hand, Raju plays the part of the consummate tourist guide to Marco, arranging his travels, showing him the sights and organizing for him a comfortable stay at Peak House, the house at the top of the Mempi Hills near Malgudi, where Marco spends some time examining nearby cave paintings. On the other hand, he deceives and betrays Marco ruthlessly by courting and successfully seducing his beautiful young wife Rosie. Under the pretense of entertaining her by showing her the sights which Marco is at work, he flatters and courts Rosie, taking advantage of her dissatisfaction with her husband. Raju ends up winning Rosie after Marco abandons her upon discovering her affair with his tourist guide. However, his inability to rein in his deceitful tendencies ultimately ends up destroying his own relationship to Rosie. Jealous of Marco's reappearance in their lives after the publication of Marco's book on ancient civilizations, he hides news of Marco from Rosie and conceals from her the correspondence he received from Marco's lawyers addressed to her. Raju's hypocrisy and lies ultimately lead to his complete failure and the destruction of his relationships. This is reflected in the criminal act that he commits when he forges Rosie's signature on a document that Marco's lawyers send to Rosie. He does so in order to procure the jewelry box belonging to her without her knowledge. Ultimately, it is discovered by the police and he lands himself in jail. His subsequent trial and imprisonment leads him to lose everything, including his reputation, wealth, prosperity, and the love of his life, Rosie. The guide by R.K. Narayan takes a critical view towards the failings of its protagonist. Raju's deceptions and exaggerations seem harmless in the beginning. He uses it very cleverly in reinventing himself time and again. His propensity for deceit ends up infecting all aspects of his existence. In this way, Raju not only corrupts himself but also destroys his most cherished relationships. He ends up losing everything that he holds dear and precious. His fall goes to teach that pretensions and deceptions cannot go long and the repercussions are very painful and pathetic. That's all. Thank you.